Alright, so on this night we had a little bit of a surprise. Ben asked me to make him some chicken noodle soup because he wasn't feeling well. And while I made that, I made the salmon for Matt, Chloe, and myself because I didn't want it to go to waste. So we have garlic, some carrots, some chicken broth, some egg noodles, and I ended up picking up some pre-diced onions because I didn't have much time that night. And I got some chicken thighs, and I didn't trim them up too much. If they needed some trimming, I did trim them. But we're going to cook this in the Instapot, and the salmon is going to be cooked in the oven. We're going to set the Instapot to saute and put in about 2 tablespoons of chicken butter. Once the chicken butter is melted, we're going to add our diced onions. Add in a little bit of your chicken broth to deglaze the bottom. We're going to cook those down until they're transparent color. Add in 3 cloves of minced garlic. I'm adding in this Herbes de Provence. It's basically an Italian seasoning with a little bit of lavender. Add in your carrots. I'm going to add in a little bit more of the chicken broth to deglaze anything that's stuck on the bottom, and then also give it a good stir. I thought it could use some more chicken butter, so I added another teaspoon of that. Time for some better than bouillon. This stuff is amazing. I used about 1 tablespoon. Once all the vegetables are cooked to be pretty dang tender, we're going to add in our chicken. I had cut off most of the fat and cut them into bite-sized pieces. Now we're going to add in our bay leaves, 2 of them. The last of our chicken broth. And about 6 ounces of wide egg noodles. Stir it to make sure the noodles are covered. Close it, seal it, and set the timer for about 20 minutes. While the soup cooks, we're going to get started on the salmon. We're going to cook this in a packet in the oven. So the oven is on and preheating to 350. I had a little bit of garlic butter left over, so I'm going to use all the rest of that up by spreading it. I found this packet of herbs to use, especially for seafood. It has dill, rosemary, and thyme in it. So we're going to place that all over the salmon. We're going to put our lemon slices on top. Drizzle the rest of the garlic butter all over, and close up the foil. For the Brussels sprouts, we're going to drizzle it with avocado oil and season it the same way we did the salmon. Once I felt like the flavor profiles were good, I dumped it out onto my rack to go put into the air fryer. I put these in the air fryer on 380 for about 8 to 10 minutes, depending on how you like them. Put your salmon in the oven and let that cook. Now we're going to get started on the riced cauliflower. Let your pan get hot and sprinkle it with some avocado oil. Once the pan is hot, add in your riced cauliflower. I accidentally lost the footage for this, but I ended up using fresh garlic and the same seasonings as I used on the Brussels sprouts. When I took my Brussels sprouts out, they were a little brown, which is what we like because it adds a little bit of a crisp. When I opened up the foil packet, most of the salmon was pretty cooked, but the middle was still pretty pink. So what I ended up doing is removing all of the toppings, pushing them off to the side, and then adding the same seasoning of lemon pepper, the garlic and herb, and then a little bit of the SPG, and then putting it underneath the broiler for about 2 minutes just to get a nice coat on the top. Don't forget to taste it. You want to make sure the texture is good and the flavors all work together. By now, your noodle soup should be done. Now your homemade chicken noodle soup is ready to go and make your kid feel better. Thanks for watching. See you next time.